So there was a big change with one of Nintendo's characters the other day, and all over the internet, people are voicing their opinions, as a lot of people are upset by this change, which is very hilarious to me, because I don't get it. But we are talking about Princess Peach, and specifically Princess Peach Showtime, the brand new Switch game coming out early next year. And as we've seen the trailers and we've seen the gameplay and it looks really cool, we've also got some really cool box art for it. And it shows Princess Peach in all her different transformations and her with her brand new partner Stella. But something happened recently. Yes, apparently Nintendo has updated the box art to include brand new versions of Peach's model, at least slightly different looks, which to me is simply just a change of her expression. But the internet is in complete shambles. Look, I never thought I'd be making a video on Princess Peach's looks, but here we are. But apparently, here's the thing. Princess Peach got a complete redesign, and pretty much a lot of the characters, if not every character, got a redesign for the brand new Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Princess Peach obviously looked a lot different, and a lot of people hated her character portrayal in that movie because they felt like she wasn't her bubbly, peachy self. Instead, she tried to be very, what people called masculine, like her masculinity went up or something, and I don't understand it. I just think she was being an independent Princess Peach, and that's fine. Instead of being kidnapped and helpless every single time, I thought it was a cool change, but a lot of people felt like it wasn't Princess Peach, and they tried to make a new character out of her already established one. But anyways, her overall look changed. She had more expression and personality on her face a lot, and she just didn't give that bubbly, peachy vibe that the game normally showed, and I could see that being a big difference. Of course, that is always Peach's mentality. She always had a lighthearted, bubbly personality in all the games and everything that she's appeared in. But at the same time, one thing that I could never stand about Peach is the fact that she just always felt like a bland character to me. It always felt like she had no emotions besides scared and happy. That was really about it, you know. And finally, with Super Princess Peach, we got to see a whole game based on Peach's emotions, where she not only was sad, but she would cry, she'd be happy, she would sing, she would be angry. It was awesome. Not her. I'm not saying her crying is awesome, but maybe it's just me. I know I could get a lot of hate for this, but I've always felt like Princess Peach was one of the most boring characters in the entire Mario universe. And it doesn't mean that she has to like have a complete personality change or something like that. Just she needs to show something. I feel like her face is just always this, like nothing. I mean, just take some of the other females and princesses within the Mario universe. I mean, Princess Daisy has so much personality in her voice, in her voice lines, and the way that she acts and the way that she moves around the other characters. She seems original, and she actually has facial expressions. And some might say, well, Rosalina's kind of like Peach. She has no emotion, but that's kind of her character. She's more laid back, and she's more calm, and that's just who she is. She doesn't just walk around blindly smiling ear to ear every time and just, you know, having no facial emotion. We've seen how serious she got when it was time to fly the observatory in order to meet up with Bowser in the center of the galaxy. She wasn't playing around. And look, Pauline's new identity still might be around singing that same freaking song, but at the same time, she has so much facial expression and emotion as she's singing and just performing and talking to Mario. She has probably the most character, her and Daisy. So finally getting a game where Princess Peach has emotion as she transforms herself into different things was really, really neat to see, instead of having her same blank stare on her face as if she just doesn't know what's happening at all times. And honestly, I don't understand the complaints about Peach's change. I think it seriously is one of the best things that they could have done for her character model, because I absolutely hate this look that she has on her original one. I can't explain it. It's just her eyes and her face just always looks flat and like non-exciting. Like, it just looks like she's just there, and it just doesn't look like there's much detail on her face. You know, you can see the hairs on Mario's mustache and just the round plumpness of his cheeks and stuff. And I know I'm describing Mario's freaking face, for crying out loud, but I mean, seriously, Peach just has no facial features whatsoever. She just looks blocky. Everything just looks boring and basic with the way that she looks, and they fixed it, and people are mad. Look, I know it's an animated Mario game, and it's not supposed to look realistic, but this makes her look more like a human and gives her more features and details on her face, which I felt were heavily needed. I mean, her eyebrows used to be very small and hard to see, and now they're more defined. You can see that the shading on her cheeks and her bones of her chin and her nose actually looks more defined and shaded in as well. Her nose itself itself isn't that weird blocky triangle pyramid thing that she used to have. It's actually a more rounded out nose. I mean, they just kind of fixed her up. A lot of people are drawing comparisons to this new design of the Mario movie. Her eyes are more slanted downward and her eyebrows look very familiar, just not as detailed as the movie, obviously. Her nose also changing to more of that rounder nose, which once again I think is a plus. But overall, yeah, her design is matching that of the Mario movie a lot more, which I still don't see as a bad thing. That wasn't just the regular Peach on the cover that changed, it was also the model with the Karate Peach on the right side of the cover as well. As you can tell, it's just a completely different facial expression. It doesn't look like her model was changed all that much, it's really just facial expressions. Like, one of her eyes are kind of more angrily looking as she's doing a karate kick, and her mouth is a lot different. Instead of just having her regular open mouth, you can see her teeth. It's just a lot more detailed and a more, like, accurate depiction of a human being, in my opinion. Yeah, overall, I don't understand how people complain about this being a bad thing. If anything, I think it's a positive for sure. It gives her more facial expressions and more character, which she, in my opinion, desperately needed. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this is a good change or is it a bad change. Let me know your opinions, and thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.